Hello, my fellow speakers. This is Brian, the speaker for the dead, coming to you with a video of a live stream that I just did tonight. I went back and found some mistakes that had happened in the live stream. The audio for the video clips that I was using was not good. I was using a new type of software and it did not share the audio, so I really apologize for the poor audio quality of the video clips on my part. I wanted to come back and fix that and then re-release the video so that you would be able to enjoy it. And so without further ado, I'm going to go and let you watch the video for the final trailer of Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Enjoy. Hello, my fellow speakers. This is Brian, the speaker for the dead, coming to you tonight with a live preview, or just after live preview, a live for me preview of the new Star Wars trailer. Wanted you guys to be able to see this from me and get my comments and stuff, and want to get your comments. Please feel free to jump in and make comments on the chat. Like I say, I'm super excited for this. I am going to give everybody a few minutes to see if we can get a few more people in here. This is kind of a short notice, and I am going live earlier than I thought because of the time difference between East and West Coast. Set my time announcement a little bit wrong for this, but I want to be able to show this trailer because I just saw it a moment ago, but I really didn't get a chance to digest it, so I want to be able to show it again. To be able to, so that we can all kind of watch this together and get that first real big experience. So I'm going to go ahead and show the trailer, and then I'm going to jump back over here and we'll comment on it, and we'll go from there. So sit back and get ready for the last and final trailer before the release of the film for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
It's an instinct. A feeling. The Force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do.
Long have I waited. And now you're coming together. Is your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny. The Force will be with you.
Always.
Okay, there it is. I have to admit, it looks good. It looks good. It really does. For those of you who came in the middle of that, don't worry about it. This, I will probably play it again one more time before we go off and end the broadcast. But I got to say, I've been skeptical about this one. I wasn't sure I was going to be excited about this. There's been so much negativity and talk swirling around this, and then, but you know what? For the most part, I've been trying to keep an open mind. I didn't want to be one of the naysayers who were just crapping on this because The Last Jedi was so bad. This is J.J. Abrams. This is not Rian Johnson. J.J., you know he's got to try and save this, and it looks awesome. I know there was a lot of speculation that we were going to get to see Anakin in this because everybody feels like with Palpatine being back, Anakin's got to be back. To bring this story full circle, they've got to bring Anakin back into this and make that a thing. And stuff. Otherwise, Anakin's sacrifice and killing Palpatine, which everybody was wondering how they were bringing Palpatine back. Palpatine's back. Either that or he's got a really convincing hologram chair thing. I don't know, but yeah, just okay. Sorry, I'm trying to maintain my composure instead of totally geeking out like I want to, because it looks good. It looks good. Okay, maybe Star Wars isn't dead. Now I know everybody's been saying Star Wars is dead. Star Wars is dead. It ain't coming back. And that's the end of it. But I think maybe they're trying to breathe some life back into this. Maybe they're trying to salvage this. Maybe they realized what a big mistake they made, despite the fact they're never going to come out and apologize for how badly they've treated the fans. Maybe this is their way of saying, hey guys, we're sorry. We didn't listen. We blew you off. We called you names. We crapped all over you. This is our love letter to say we're sorry. But yeah, Xenocide, this does look good. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna, and I agree, Spartan. It's gonna depend on how this ends up looking. And how the story plays out. Do they get the story right? Do they bring Palpatine back in a believable way? Is he a clone? Is she a clone? Is she a relation of his? I mean, we didn't get any real big specifics of what's going on here, but like the Death Star's coming out of the ocean. That's just freaking cool. Although J.J. Abrams did this with Star Trek. I mean, he did the same thing with the Enterprise. They hid it underwater, and and they brought the Enterprise out. So I mean, he's done this before. So, and that movie was, what he did to Star Wars wasn't good. So I'm hoping he doesn't do that with this. So yeah. I agree, Xenocide, with The Expanse and Star Wars coming in December. It's a heck of a way to end the year, I hope, because I mean, even if Star Wars sucks, we've got The Expanse to look forward to. And I'm excited about The Expanse. I owe everybody a little bit of apology. The other day, on my live stream, I started talking about The Expanse, and then my brother mentioned something about Las Vegas, and yeah. Went off on a tangent, never made it back to The Expanse, which is crazy because The Expanse looks good and everything I'm hearing looks awesome. Yeah, I agree. There is no Luke in the trailer, but we hear his voice, so he's got to be in there in some way. I'm hoping he's in there in some form or another. I hope they don't do something weird and stupid to bring him back if he's in this. Like I said, this isn't Ryan Johnson, whatever his face is. So we've got possibilities here. We've got a possibility that this is going to be epically good. And it's possible that it's going to be epically bad. So yeah, I agree, Dory. There is no There is no sign of Luke in this, but it's possible. It's possible that he's going to be there. So yeah, they could be coming in as Force ghosts, but I don't know, because Ryan Johnson's not involved in this at all. I have high hopes for it. This could really become something fantastic. You get that. I don't know if you guys have noticed that in the trailer. You know what? Before I go any further, we've got some more people in here now. I don't know who has and has not seen the trailer, so I'm going to play it one more time. Just to go through it one more time so everybody can kind of see it together. And then I want to get into the more nitty gritty, because there was some more detailed stuff where you actually see Rey and Kylo doing something that makes me think, I'm wondering if they're realize that they come together against Palpatine because they both realize they've been played or used, or anyway, there's a lot of possibilities, a lot of ways this story could go. And we know that that's what J.J. Abrams originally wanted. And then Ryan Johnson threw his scripts away, basically. He may be trying to come back and save it. So let's go watch this again. And then we're going to discuss it a little bit further and really dig into the nitty gritty of this.
It's an instinct. A feeling. The Force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
But I do.
Long have I waited. And now you're coming together. Is your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny. The Force will be with you. Always.
Okay, so there it is. So yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed this. You got Palpatine talking and stuff like that, but then you watch Rey and Kylo shatter what's the remains of Darth Vader, or that pedestal, at least, that Vader's helmet was in The Force Awakens. So kind of showing that Kylo is walking away. He's walking away from the dark side, or at least he's postponing what his plans were for it. It looks good. I don't know if you guys have any other questions, but it's gonna be interesting. But it does look like Palpatine is alive in some form or another, and he's been plotting this the whole time, which leads me to believe that he was the one behind Snoke. So It's possible that they're on Camino. The way I've heard it discussed is that more than likely it was um, uh, Endor, because that's where that second Death Star was when it was destroyed. We see the throne room in the trailer from the Death Star, from the second Death Star. That's where we see Rey and Kylo meet in the throne room, the old throne room. So it's got to be either somewhere close to Endor or or on Endor. I would imagine. I can't imagine that he built all that there, but I mean, we never know. And we only see the forest parts of Endor. We never actually see the rest of it, whether it was covered with water and stuff like that. And that's a good question, Xenocide. I don't know what planet she's on. Nobody really does for sure know what planet she's on. People have suggested that she's on Yavin 4. That she does her training there because the Alliance is going back to all, and not the Alliance, but the Resistance, whatever they're calling it now, the Rebellion is going back to all of the bases and places where they had ships before, and they're going to try and salvage all the ships they can for this fight. So it looks like that she might be on Yavin, because it was also a forest planet, and that's the for you, if you don't know, that's the planet that was in the first Star Wars. That's where the base was when they destroyed the original Death Star. So I don't know what one where exactly they are, or where this is all going to take place. In the other trailers, we see her on a desert planet, which, I mean, it could be any one of the ones that we've seen in the past. It could be Jakku. It could be I just lost the one in one of you guys have to help me here. The not Tatooine, but the one that Jeddah. Jeddah. So there's been several sand planets and stuff that she could be back on in that one. Stuff. What about the furry horse? yeah, I noticed that. I thought that was kind of odd. I'm like, wait, why are there furry horses? What's happening? Because you see all the Star Destroyers lifting off in the background, and they're running on horses. I'm like, are they riding on a Death Star? Why are they riding on a Death Star? So yeah. Yeah, thanks for that comment. That was kind of an odd thing. I'm hoping they're on the base and the Star are just taking off in the background. I couldn't tell who was on the horses. I'm gonna have to watch the trailer again to kind of go back and see who was on there, because I'm like, I got lost. You can see Lando in the one scene where there's a big crowd of rebels, resistance fighters, whatever we're calling them now. And he's kind of in the middle of that. So I mean, and there's somebody talking, but I never did hear Lando's voice. Maybe I missed that. But yeah, it looks good. I'm really hopeful. I'm really hopeful that this is not Last Jedi 2. Because that would hurt. I would actually physically feel pain if that's what happens, but it really doesn't look like it. I mean, it looks like J.J. Abrams has turned this ship around and has gone back to do what he intended to do all along, which, in my opinion, he should have just stuck with it. He should have never turned this over to somebody else. He never should have let some other director have handle on the biggest franchise in the world. So I don't know. I think it's all going to be good. I think there's so much to unpack in this trailer, but hopefully we're going to get something absolutely fantastic in this, and that's all we can do. We could sit here and I'll go like, oh no, this is gonna suck. This is gonna be so bad. But why do that? I don't want to be like everybody else that's like dogging on this and piling on it before it even gets here. I'm going to give it a fair showing, just like I did with Last Jedi. I walked in ready to be excited, ready to like it as much as I thought that The Force Awakens was pretty good. you know, that one's kind of dimmed over time, but you know, I thought that this was going to be good. Or I thought it was going to be good. And then, I mean, The Last Jedi just, wow, it just went off the deep end. And I really hated that film. I mean, there were parts of it, the potential was there, but it got lost in so much other nonsense that, you know, we didn't get what we should have got. So anyway, I hope you guys are as excited about this as I am. I'm ready. You know, I'm going to be there if possible on opening night to go see this, and then come back and do a review on this film, so that if, you know, you guys at least get one person's take that you might be able to trust on whether this is going to be good or not, because I'm trying to be fair. I really am. I'm not going to come at this from, oh, I hated this, but blah, blah, blah. So I want to be fair and treat this as the potential great film that it could be. So I hope you guys are excited. And I think that's where I'm going to end it. You can only talk about this stuff for so long without boring everybody. And I'm not getting a lot of comments at this point now to kind of to see where you guys are thinking we ought to go with this. So anyway, thanks for popping in. Thanks for watching this tonight. Thanks for being part of my channel. Stay excited out there. And we'll talk to you again, and hopefully we'll see a lot more coming in the future of good movies, and Hollywood really starting to turn it around and start making good stories focused on real stories and real characters, and not other nonsense that just needs to be shelved somewhere in the background. So anyway, take care. Have yourselves a great night, and thanks for your participation tonight. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye now.